What is going on, YouTube? Another S2000 video. Just talking in the car, and I felt like I was trying to figure out what message I wanted to give this week. And then as I'm sitting here, I just feel God is asking me to speak this, and it's basically that your blessings are on their way. And so, me personally, I feel that I'm going through a season of isolation. I'm just kind of doing my thing, just working. It feels like I'm literally just working. It feels like I have no time for leisure, truthfully. And there might be some of you that are out there that are like that, and maybe you're in the same position where you're putting this amount of work and hours into your business or your craft, and you just feel like you're not necessarily getting the results that you want, or you just maybe even feel like you're in a worse position than you were in the beginning. And so God, the way that things work is usually before we receive our blessings, we have to go through, trial and error, and it builds us into a different type of person. It allows us to be able to be more humble when we receive these blessings. It allows us to be able to handle these situations better in the future, because sometimes, with more money comes more problems and more stress, I would say too, especially because when we tend to level up in life in certain ways, so do our financial situations, right? So, at one point, maybe you're renting a $1,000 apartment and now you have a $1,500 apartment. And so, when we move up, so does the things that we have around us, whether you get a new car, jumping into new hobbies that you have to pour money into. And so I just really felt it in my heart. I just felt like, if there's something that I'm going to talk about, it's going to be this. And, there's always a rainbow at the end of the storm, right? The storm doesn't last forever, and it could last, maybe 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. For some of us, it's months, right? But it's at the end of that season, is when our blessings typically come in. And during that time where we were in that negative situation, or we were in that time of building, we're much more grateful and appreciative of the things that are given to us. And I think that that's really what God is aiming towards, is making sure that we're appreciative of the blessings that we receive. Because if everything just worked out, immediately, we're not going to have that sort of appreciative, feeling towards whatever we have. We might be slightly grateful. Some of us just naturally have it in us, but when it comes to when you're down here and you're up here, the amount of gratefulness and appreciative and feeling that you have is much more greater than compared to when you just start and you end up there immediately. And I think that God has a lot of great plans for you and a lot of things that are coming your way, and you just have to remember to keep pushing and to persevere. And if you don't feel like you have the support around you that you need, look for groups, look for guidance. There's people that are basically doing the same thing as you and don't have anyone either, and those are people probably trying to look to connect with people like you who are trying to look for more in life. And I've been there, and I'm still there, where I still struggle with, feeling like sometimes my blessings are coming. And it's crazy because when I feel like I'm ready to throw in the towel, even though I don't, it just, that's typically when everything tends to align. And all of a sudden it's like, I maybe take a day or two off because I'm just at that point, I'm just burnt out, and it's like, boom, I get a call. It's like, hey, I would like to go see this house. I'm a qualified buyer. Or boom, somebody that I've been reaching out to all of a sudden calls me and says, hey, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. Let's make a move on it. And so, throughout our journeys, it just, sometimes we have to even take a step back, and if we're constantly pushing and chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing, it's the same thing like in relationships. If you're constantly chasing somebody, you're more than likely pushing that person away. Sometimes you just have to take a step back, and you just have to allow things to kind of work in your favor. And they typically do when you let off the gas pedal. But don't stop working, right? You got to stay disciplined, and you still got to keep doing the things that are going to get you where you need to be. But when it's constantly on your mind, sometimes you have to let go of the result and just kind of enjoy the journey. But yeah, I guess that's really what I felt like speaking today. God has good things coming for you. Don't allow all the negativity in the world, all the negative situations that are happening to you to stop you from your purpose. God has a purpose for you, and you know that you have that purpose, and that's why you feel it deep down inside that you're meant for more in life. So keep pushing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.